So I just wanted to come on here quick. I had a conversation with somebody recently that was interested in scheduling some sessions. Um, and they made this comment that they felt like healers or people that, do the field of work that I do, that were these like miracle workers. And that we can, kind of change what they're going through and take away all this pain, this hurt, this worry, or whatever it is they're dealing with. And these, we can alter their behaviors and we can do all this stuff with like a snap of our fingers, and they don't have to do anything. It's just, it's all us that does it. And I kind of wanted to clear that up because that is not how it works and that's not what a healer is. Um, Healers are not miracle workers. We don't make miracles. We give people the nudge and the push forward so that they can actually create those miracles for themselves. That's what we do. No matter how good a healer actually is at doing their work, they can be doing it for, 1 week and be doing it for 50 years. If the person they're working with does not have that trust in the process, if the person they're working with is not willing to put in the time and the patience and put the work in, to take the suggestions or the advice that the healer is giving to them, they're not going to notice any changes, at least not anything substantial. So it is important that, the healer and the client work as a team, and that the client that healer has is, has that, builds that trust. They have that trust in the process. They have that comfort and that trust with the healer that they're working with. If you don't feel like that with somebody that you're working with, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. If you don't have the trust in the process, you're not going to get the results you're looking for. If you're not willing to put in the time and the work involved to getting those results, you're not going to get them. If you're not willing to have that patience to, give yourself that time to notice those changes, you're not going to see them happening. So healers get you started on the right path and work as your team member. They kind of guide you through the process, but what it all comes down to is they're guiding you through the process, and they're giving you the suggestions, and they're helping you along the way, and they're giving you the encouragement and all that. They're teaching you different modalities. They're kind of, they might be doing, things like Reiki, doing energy healing and stuff like that. That is another modality. That's something they use to help you along your way. But you really have to be willing to do your own part in order for it to all work. You may not have substantial results after just one session of something. Most people need more than one. That is normal. But you need to be consistent. You need to think of it like this is a new job. Okay, you go to work every day. You have your schedule that the days and the time that you're going to go to work, right? This is similar to the same thing. You need to stay consistent. You can't just go to one session and think that this healer is going to magically make everything go away and make everything perfect for you, and you don't have to do anything. It just doesn't work like that. You do have to put in your own work into it too, and it is like having a job or going to schedule dentist appointments or eye doctor appointments or whatever. This is a similar thing. So you do need to be able to put in the work, and you need to stay consistent with it. You can't just go 1 week and then decide you're not going to go again for a month, and then all of a sudden wonder why it's not working for you, you know? Um, so, you need to be able to listen to your healer with an open mind and, you know, take their suggestions or their advice and take it like it's your new favorite hobby to do and practice it. It's going to probably feel a little awkward at first. It's probably going to bring you out of your comfort zone. It might even be a little bit annoying because you're used to feeling one way and that's what you're used to. That's what has, in a way, been, your go-to, or I guess that's kind of where your comfort zone is. That's what you know. That's how you know how to react. And so then you got to kind of put more of this work in to stop and, think about the process that, your healer, your guide, or whatever has suggested for you. And you kind of have to like stop and then put these steps into process. And yeah, it can be a little bit annoying to try and remember all the steps that you're being taught to do, but it is totally worth it. You need to make these suggestions a daily part of your life. You need to be able to focus on it like it is one of your top goals. And you need to be part of the team. You can't just be sitting on the bench, like putting all of the work on the healer themselves to try to help you. You've got to put in your fair share of the work too. And you need to give yourself time to manifest this better life. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes work, and it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes trust. Healers are not special beings with magical powers. Healers are just like everyone else. Every single person on this earth has healing abilities. They have gifts, unbelievable gifts. We all do. Everybody does. The difference is that, someone that is considered a healer is simply someone who understands that everyone is capable of healing themselves and has learned how to kind of tap into that part of them and use the gifts that they have. They've been able to recognize the gifts they have and be able to tap into them, build on them, and use those to kind of guide and help others in that process. So a lot of times that those gifts are parts of us that are suppressed. Outside influences in the world do that a lot. But we all have them. They don't disappear. They don't go away. They just kind of get buried. And what a healer does is kind of help those people unbury those gifts and bring them back up to the surface, and then learn how to actually embrace them and use them. Things even like, mental illnesses are gifts. Having like ADHD is a gift if you know how to use it. Depression is a gift if you know how to use it. All of those things can actually, they can be beneficial if you know how to use them right, and use them to benefit good. Oftentimes, though, we don't know how to do that. And that is kind of where healers come in with that guidance to kind of help that. A lot of times it's a lot easier to learn how to tap in to those gifts and to those parts of you that have been suppressed when you have guidance from somebody who's learned how to do it, because they can show you different ways, and they can actually help you determine where your gifts are, what your strong gifts are, and which ones you could build on a little bit more. And they can help you find ways to do that. So, anyway, that's where the term or the word healer comes into play. Healers are not miracle workers. They're guides, more or less. That's what they are. They're guides, and everybody on this earth is a healer. You just need to learn how to tap into those suppressed parts of yourself in order to do it. And when you can, it's an amazing feeling. And, you can share everything that you've learned with so many other people and help them actually become healers themselves. So, anyway, it kind of caught me off guard during that conversation when they brought up that they felt like healers were like these magic miracle workers and stuff. I did not realize that anybody looked at it or thought of it like that, and I guess it it does make sense how it could be thought of that way, and I just wanted to clear that up. We're not magic. We're not miracle workers. We're not, these super powerful beings or something. We don't have superpowers or anything like that. We are everyday people. We've just we've learned how to find our suppressed gifts, and we've learned how to tap into them and use them to help guide other people. So that's what we are, and everybody has that ability to be a healer to themselves or to somebody else or to animals or whatever. It's just all about finding your gift and tapping into it and learning how to use it